So I thought I'd put together a video about how to use Zoom, and I actually just played with it really quickly last night. And between Zoom, WebEx, and YouTube Live, I actually thought Zoom was the easiest way that we could potentially chat live with our students, especially if you're intending on screen sharing, which is something that I know I really want to do with math. So the first thing you have to do is sign up, which is actually super easy because all you need to do is put in your work email. So I've already put in my work email. You hit sign up. It sends you an email to verify or to activate your account, and then you're all good to go. So I've already done that, so I'm just going to go ahead and sign in and then just show you how to start a meeting. So what you can do is basically just host a meeting, or you can schedule a meeting if you want to schedule a meeting in the future. And then from what I understand, because I haven't tried this with my students yet, is your students don't need to actually have a Zoom account. Once you host the meeting or schedule the meeting, you just basically give them the meeting ID, and they can just join. So if they have the Zoom app or if they go on their actual website, they should be able to join. So you can see right here, if I just click host a meeting, you have three options: screen share only, with video on, with video off. I'm probably just going to do screen share only because I plan on doing just math help, so I can cast my notebook, and since I'm using a tablet, I can write down math problems and talk through it. But what I thought was really cool is you can also save your video conference and also save the chat, and then you can share that with your classes later. And I think WebEx does this as well, but for some reason I just couldn't figure out how to do the screen share on WebEx, and with Zoom it's just super easy right under host a meeting. Sorry about that, my dog is barking. So I'll just start a screen share meeting, which is, again, what I would probably be doing for math, because I would probably just be sharing in a blank notebook where I can just kind of write on my tablet and do math problems. So I should mention, when you start your first meeting, they'll ask you to download, I think, some kind of executable, and then it just makes hosting the meeting much easier. So it'll tell you to download and run, which I've already done. So I'm going to go ahead and just open Zoom, and you can see it'll ask me what I want to share. So I'm going to share through OneNote, and you'll see I've just opened a blank doc. And basically, if you can see this, let me shift that. So you see there's the meeting ID, which I believe if you just send that to your students, you can just get in, but I'll let you know once I do my first meeting. And then you can pause your share, right, new share, and then you can also record. So if you hit this record, you'll see we're recording, and recording, join audio. There we go. So now it'll record the audio, and then I can basically stop recording, stop share at any point when I'm done with the meeting. And then if you kind of hover over this, you'll also see there's a chat box, which you can just basically do your group chat. So you can say, hi, right, ask me questions, and then your student should be able to respond. And I believe they should also be able to talk with you too on the video, but I'm sure there's settings for all that. And what's cool is this group chat will also get saved if you're recording everything, so you can actually have a piece for that. So anyway, for math, what I was planning on doing is if they have questions for me, right, I can just kind of type out here, like 3, whatever their questions are, write it out, like 3x plus 5 equals 17. How do you want to solve that? And then I can just basically, oops, I've unmuted myself. Basically, then able to do the problems for them, ask questions or talk it through, and then see if they have other questions. And that's how I'm planning on doing help. But I was thinking for other people, you know, if you want to just kind of share your other tabs. So for example, if you want to share like a Google Doc or a Google Sheet, you can show them like, here's how I want to format this, or here's how you can make a chart. And you can just do that live, which is also pretty awesome. And you'll see I've stopped my meeting, so it's converting everything. And then what it'll do is it'll save. my meeting, and I can pick where I want to save it. So then after we're all done, you can see here, here is the audio only, the chat, the playback, which is, I don't know what that is, but this is the video. So like I said, the chat, pretty cool. You can see a text, a notepad of who said what, when, and then if you're interested, you can take that video and post it for anyone who didn't watch. So I thought that was kind of cool. It's all there for you. And like I was saying, I think this is great if you want to do things like, you know, show your Google Doc and you're saying, help me format this. And you can say, okay, well, we can highlight this, and then you can change your font size or whatever it is that you're doing, and you can actually show them what you're doing. Same with the Google Sheet. I was thinking if I need my kids to do, like say, a scatter plot, I can have them put in the data here and show them how to put it in and say, okay, highlight your X and Y. And then you want to insert a chart, which is this button here. So you can kind of really go through what we're doing, right? And change that to scatter plot, et cetera, et cetera. So I thought pretty powerful if you want to share your screen and then also have a record and then post it for any students. So hopefully this was helpful. Sorry, there's my dog again. And like I said, I just played with this last night and thought it was really cool and thought I wanted to share. So I'm sure you guys will figure out lots of other uses and shortcuts, but that's just kind of my quick and dirty way of getting started on Zoom. So if you're asking any questions, and like I said, after I do my first chat with my students, which will hopefully be tomorrow, I might have more insight, but I'm no way an expert on this, but just wanted to get everyone started in case you had questions. All right, let me know if you have questions. Actually, I just thought of one last thing before I post this video, and I was going to show you how I was going to schedule a meeting with my students tomorrow. So I went to my profile and then right here, and then I click schedule a meeting. And what's cool about this is you can get the link to post for your students right away. So for example, tomorrow I'm going to do a question and answer session on triangle similarity. And I can put in tomorrow's date, and I'm planning on around, let's say, 10 o'clock for about half an hour. Let's say 30 minutes, there you go. And then I'm going to generate the meeting ID automatically. Don't need a password. Turning my video off because I don't want students to see me in my bedhead. Don't need to see the students' videos either. They can dial in, computer audio. I'm going to record automatically and then hit save. And then you'll see everything is set up. I can start this meeting right now if I wanted to, but what I thought was nice is you can see this join URL. So I would just copy the meeting information right here, and then I'm just going to post this on Google Classroom so my students have that, and then they can join. And you can even enable them to join before you if you'd like. I'm just going to play around with these settings for tomorrow and then see how it goes. But again, kind of cool. Just wanted to show you guys what I was going to do, and then let me know again if you have any questions. I clearly am still working it all out, but thought at least we could all have something to work with. All right, done for real. Thanks for listening.